Getúlio Vargas is a towering, controversial figure in Brazilian history, revered as the father of the poor for championing workers' rights, yet condemned as a dictator who crushed democracy. His legacy is a paradox: progress and repression, hope and fear, forever shaping Brazil's identity. To understand Vargas is to understand the birth of modern Brazil, its labor laws, centralized power, and the enduring tension between people and their leaders. Born in Rio Grande do Sul in 1882, Vargas rose from local politics to national prominence, mastering alliances and timing. In 1930, after a rigged election and the assassination of his running mate, Vargas led a revolution that toppled the old republic's oligarchs. He seized power as head of a revolutionary government, ending the era of coffee with milk politics. Vargas's arrival in Rio de Janeiro marked the dawn of a new Brazil, one defined by upheaval and transformation. Vargas dissolved Congress and centralized authority, launching sweeping reforms: secret ballots, women's suffrage, and new ministries for labor and industry. His power grab sparked fierce resistance, especially in São Paulo, leading to the Constitutionalist Revolution of 1932. After crushing the revolt, Vargas allowed a new constitution and was elected president, but the seeds of authoritarianism were sown. The era was defined by both democratic advances and the tightening grip of a leader unwilling to relinquish control. Political polarization exploded. Communists on one side, fascists on the other. A failed communist uprising in 1935 gave Vargas the excuse to crush opposition, declare a state of siege, and in 1937, stage a coup that birthed the Estado Novo dictatorship. All parties were banned, censorship reigned, and propaganda glorified Vargas as Brazil's paternal savior. The Department of Press and Propaganda shaped public opinion, while radio broadcasts made Vargas a household name. His regime promised order and progress, but at the cost of freedom. Vargas's Estado Novo launched Brazil's industrial revolution. State-run giants like CSN and Vale do Rio Doce symbolized national pride and economic independence. The 1943 Labor Code granted workers rights like minimum wage and paid vacations, but unions were tightly controlled. As World War II erupted, Vargas played both sides, but German attacks on Brazilian ships forced him to join the Allies. Brazil sent troops to fight in Europe, even as democracy was denied at home. The contradiction of a dictatorship fighting for freedom abroad would soon catch up with Vargas. Allied victory fueled demands for democracy. Soldiers and civilians alike called for an end to dictatorship. Vargas promised reforms, but suspicion grew that he aimed to cling to power. In 1945, the military forced his resignation, but Vargas remained a political force, returning as a senator and then, in 1950, as a democratically elected president. His second term was beset by economic woes, fierce opposition, and mounting pressure from all sides. The stage was set for a final, dramatic confrontation. In 1954, an assassination attempt on journalist Carlos Lacerda implicated Vargas's inner circle, igniting a political firestorm. Military leaders demanded his resignation. The press clamored for his ouster. Cornered and abandoned, Vargas took his own life, leaving a letter that cast him as a martyr for the people. His suicide unleashed a wave of public grief and rage, halting a looming coup. Vargas's legacy remains fiercely debated: dictator and visionary, oppressor and benefactor. His imprint endures in Brazil's laws, politics, and the national psyche, a symbol of both hope and heartbreak.